Here's how to set up your website so it can be viewed in multiple languages. Before we begin, please be aware that the translation process duplicates all your current website pages in order to translate them into multiple languages. You should only start the translation process if you're finished adding or editing your site's content. Open the Pages and Pop-ups menu. Then click Add a new site language. Next, set the site's default language. The default language is the main language of your site's content and will be served from your site's main domain. All other languages will be translated from the default language and will exist in subdirectories. We will try to automatically identify the default language of your content, but you can manually set this by clicking the Change link. Choose carefully, as once new languages are added to the site, the default language cannot be changed. To add secondary languages for translation, click Add Language, then select one or more languages you'd like to add. Please note that some languages are available under multiple country flags. Click Done when you are finished. You'll now see the list of languages you've selected. You can choose to disable a language, which will prevent the language from being publicly visible when you publish your site. This allows you to work on customizing the content and translation for that language before making the translation public. If you need to, you can click the Delete button to remove a language completely. By default, we will automatically translate your website content using Google Translate. While this service is provided for free, Google Translate does not always provide the most accurate translations. You should review and edit the translation to fix any errors. Please keep in mind, the following features will not be automatically translated, or are not available in multiple languages: insights, e-commerce products, blog posts. Click the Design tab to see options for the language selector. The language selector is how your site's visitors will be able to switch between languages and will appear on all translated versions of your site. Choose the selector you like best, then click Done. After you click Done, you will be prompted to position the language selector. Choose a position for the selector that will be used in all the translated versions of your site. After this step, changes to the selector will need to be made on a per translation basis, so choose carefully. This step is skipped if you have a fixed header. In that case, you can adjust the selector options from the header section in the Design menu. Click Done when you are finished. The new languages are added to your site. You can select a different language from the top toolbar. Just click on the flag of your default language, then select the language you'd like to edit from the dropdown. You can edit text and content in the translation just like you normally would. Keep in mind that any changes you make to this translation, like changing text or adding new elements, will not be reflected in the other translations of your site. New pages and pop-ups can only be added to your site from the default language. First, add a page or pop-up like normal. Then switch to a translated version of your site. Go to the Pages and Pop-ups section and click Translate another page. Then select the page from the dropdown. That's everything you need to know to get started translating your site into multiple languages.